Hello and welcome to another episode of How Do I? This week's pod is called How Do I Get Famous?
In the last episode, we talked about how do I help the environment, and we want to thank you guys for the support. We have never had so much listeners.
Our guest for this week is Fredrik Boström. He's a desperate man who feels the need to become famous as soon as possible.
Now tell us, Fredrik, is that true and why?
I want to become famous because I want to be like my idol Elvis Presley. Now help me, I'm freaking desperate. Help me!
Okay, Fredrik, you want to become famous. For what exactly do you want to become famous for?
It doesn't really matter, I just want to be in the spotlight and get the attention that I deserve.
Okay, Fredrik, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I really think that you could appreciate this quote that actually is my all-time favorite quote. Motivation is what gets you started. Commitment is what keeps you going. Now, Fredrik, what do you think that it means?
It means what it means, I guess. I mean, if you have a goal, you'll also need other things to make you go on the way. Like a car. If you chose a destination to go to, you'll eventually have to refill the gas, because if you don't, eventually you'll stop.
Exactly. I really think that's a good, what's it called? A good, image to the quote.
Yeah.
And that was really good, yeah. And do you see why it's important too?
Not really.
Not really? Well, I think that the car image to the whole quote was really good.
Okay, so now I'm going to tell you this story of my grandfather and how he succeeded with his dream. He wanted to become an astronaut as a kid, and he was always talking about how awesome it would have been. My grandfather was always making jokes, so when he told his family and friends about his dreams, they were always laughing at him. But my grandfather didn't give up. He studied as much as he could, but it was hard for him. So he had an idea. He could achieve his dream by doing it his own way, by making every step on the journey to something fun. He became an astronaut at last, and he always said that the journey was the best part. Today he's dead, but I will always take his words with me. And if you make the journey fun, it will keep you motivated.
But I don't want to become an astronaut.
No, he doesn't mean it like that. The story shows how important it is to make the journey fun. I mean, if you're going with your car to the destination you picked, why not enjoy the ride?
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, that was a really good story, Gustav. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, now tell me, Fredrik, are you nice to yourself?
I guess.
Well, don't. Studies show that people that doesn't challenge themselves just chicken out all the time. If you push yourself to do those terrifying things, then it's 99% much sure that you'll succeed.
So, I'm supposed to be like hard on myself? Like hurt myself?
No, not
Oh
literal,
my
Fredrik.
goodness, are you alright?
Are you okay? Wow,
It hurts a
that's...
little.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That was actually a really good punch.
Yeah, actually. But not literally, Fredrik. You're supposed to push yourself to do those terrifying things. If your goal is to be Elvis, for example, then you should do all the things that terrifies you. If you're afraid to be on a stage or a scene in front of a big audience, then that's exactly what you should do. Because on the other side of fear is success.
Exactly.
But that was a pretty good speech, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of that, Gustav?
Well, I think it's true. You can't accomplish something if you don't try it. And I know it can seem scary at first, but unless you take the step, you never know.
Exactly, and that's really important. Now, Fredrik, have you ever pushed yourself to do something really terrifying to achieve your goal?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Can you give us an example of that?
When I jumped from 10 meters into the water.
And why did you do so?
Because it's fun.
Did you think it was fun when you was like up there and about
No,
to jump?
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
But when you landed in the water, did you seem proud?
No, I was just terrified.
No, but afterwards when you were like standing there and be like, yeah, I did that. Didn't it feel like really good?
Yeah, I guess I did.
That brings us to the next step, actually. You can't push yourself too hard. It is important to protect yourself from burnout. Sleep is important, and a burnout can lead to serious stress.
That's really true. Do you stress yourself much?
Kind of.
Yeah, well, stress can actually lead to a lot of heart diseases, and stress is bad for your health.
Yeah.
You need sleep. It's important.
It's really important, and you don't want to burn out when you're achieving your goal because it's supposed to be fun, right?
Yeah, make the journey fun.
Exactly. Well, now the fifth and last tip that we have for you, Fredrik, and it is to get rid of distractions. If you do, then you'll definitely succeed. From my own experience, I know that it works. When I was in the 7th grade, I had much problems with being distracted. I could start doing my homework, and then after 2 minutes, there I were watching YouTube and eating pancakes. But then, after a talk with my teacher, she told me to lay all the electronics in a bag in the basement. You might think that it's silly, but our basement is super creepy. And what do you know? I've never studied better, and it really helped me to reach my goals.
That sounds like a really good teacher.
Yeah, she really was the best, and she always wanted to help me. And I think if you have good people around you when trying to achieve your goal, it's really easier.
Yeah. Do you have any distractions like a phone or?
Yes, I do have a phone, but I don't get a lot of messages and stuff.
Do you feel like it stops you from achieving your goals sometimes?
Not really.
Okay, so there's nothing like no distractions that you could think of that would stop you from achieving your goal.
Not really.
Okay. Well, Frederick, that was all of our tips. What do you think?
I won't do that. That's way too much work for me. Is there a shortcut?
I'm afraid there isn't. If you want to achieve something, motivation and hard work is the key.
Oh, well, I guess I came here for nothing. Bye.
Well, I think we all learned something today. Not only on how to actually achieve it, but how important it is to really want the thing you're fighting for.
Exactly, because after all, your mind is what keeps you going. Well, that was all we have for you guys today. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.